Hey everyone, how's it going? My name is Leon with No More Lines. If you're new to the channel, please be sure to subscribe. Leave a like and a comment and watch the video to the very end. So this is not clickbait. I'm going to show you one cool tool to use in Excel that allows you to easily learn Excel without having to spend too much time learning about things that you may or may not use. That tool is going to be the macro recorder. You access it by going to the developer tab. Now if it's not there, you're going to go to File, Options, Customize Ribbon, and you're going to go to where it says Customize the Ribbon and Main tabs. Your developer tab will not be enabled by default. You're going to have to go into this Main tabs option. You're going to have to click the checkbox for developer and press OK. So once you've done that, you'll see that also at the bottom you'll see a button to record macros. You'll see it here as well under code. All you do is press record macro, and it's going to ask you for a macro name. You can put any macro name that you want there. You're going to press OK. Then from here, what happens is that Excel takes everything that you do, every single thing, everything that you select, everything that you change, it's going to convert that into Excel VBA code. So this is probably the easiest way of learning it. So I'm going to show you real quick how it looks. So if I were to just put my first and last name in different cells, and now I'm going to do a length on my first name, and I'm going to do a length on my last name. And I'm going to just hit stop recording. Then when I hit press Alt F11 and I go to my modules in module 1, you'll notice that it actually puts my it puts the code of everything that I just did. So it selects C1. It puts the last name there. Since I already had A1 selected, it doesn't select A1. It just calls it the active cell. And R1C1 notation, just to be clear, it's a relative way of going and notating things. So it's based off of the origin. The origin is based off of what you select. So in math and calculus, things like that, you're gonna base your graph off a relative point. The relative point is going to be the origin, or the 0, 0 point. So, and when I mean 0, 0, the height and the length is 0. So it's the origin. And in this case, for the R is the row, and the C is the column. So in this case, if the R is a minus, it means that it's going down from where it is, so it's going down. If it's a positive number, it means that it's going up. For the column, if it's a positive number, it means it is to the left of where I am. And if it's negative, it's going to be to the right of where I am. So that's how you know that I guess how R1C1 works. But I'm going to show you a slightly better way of doing that. I can do that same formula, the same length formula for my first and last name, and I can do it all in one step. And this is just an example of this. This is not the only way of doing this. Okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn off these steps here, and I'm going to select A1 again and get rid of this. But I'm going to basically mimic exactly what I did when I recorded the macro. So you see here that it has the same formula, same values as 4 and 6. So it's just an easier way of doing it. Now, again, the reason why this is important is because this example is very simple, but if you want to automate pivot tables, you want to automate data updates, you can do everything within Excel, and Excel can actually show you how the code looks with the macro recorder, and then from there you can take your actual knowledge of Excel, and you can simplify the code. So this way you don't have to be hunting and looking up code over and over again. This is probably the easiest way of learning it, in my opinion. And one caveat with this though is that Excel, it does account for every little step. You'll notice even in that example, when I select cell B2 and B3, it actually will select every single step. So it literally goes through it every single step. So every little thing that you do, and sometimes those steps are a little redundant, and that's why you need to kind of simplify the code. Now you can write the code exactly how it is, and you can run it exactly how it is, but in this example, even this one here, you'll see that the active cell is A1, but I would have had to select A1 for it to work. So if I were to automate this, and if I select any cell but A1, it's not going to put Leon in A1. It's going to put it in whatever cell I have selected. So that's the problem with automating this, is that you have to make sure that it's following the same thing, or the same lines of executables is what I call it, based off of the code that you set up. So you still have to understand how it works, but at least this way you can get a start. So one more thing, and I'm gonna end the video. You need to make sure that when you are messing with your code, to definitely make sure that you save the file as a Excel macro enabled workbook. What happens is that if you don't save the VBA, the module goes away when you reopen the file. As long as you have it open, it stays there. It stays loaded into the memory. But as soon as you close that file out and close out Excel, if you don't have it within a macro enabled workbook, it will you will lose the VBA code. So that's something that's important. You want to make sure that you're saving everything. So yeah, let me know what you think in the comment section. Oh, and one last thing, I didn't explain this, but I'm gonna just do it now. You'll notice that when I put the apostrophe in front of the those lines of code, they turn into a greenish color. What that is called is a comment, or do a commenting out of the line itself, and that helps you identify what certain things are doing. It'll help you kind of clean up your code, make things a little bit simpler. You can also give yourself hints to where certain things are, especially like complex pieces of code. This way you'll be able to easily go in and mark and identify exactly what's there. So yeah, let me know what you think in the comment section. Hopefully this video was helpful. You have a blessed day, and you take care.